This is 7 National News making headlines. 2 people drown in rough seas. Ministry of Health moves to further enhance medical qualifications. And oil prices continue to rise. And in our top story, 2 people have drowned in rough seas opposite the Jumeirah Beach residence development in Dubai Marina on Friday. A British man on holiday was pulled from the sea near the Hilton Dubai Jumeirah Resort just after 1:30 p.m. A group of beachgoers attempted to resuscitate him, and an ambulance crew gave him further treatment on the scene. Less than 2 hours later, a second body, believed to be a European man in his mid-40s, was pulled from the surf nearby. Dubai Police Rescue Operations and Dubai municipality officials ordered the beach to be closed to swimmers at 4 p.m. WAM, the state news agency, had earlier issued a statement warning people about the strong tides. A number of medical and technical associates and professionals from the Ministry of Health will participate at local, regional and international conferences in a bid to keep pace with the latest medical and health practices. These measures come in line with the ministry directives to broaden and upgrade the medical qualifications of the National Human Resources. The move follows the decision issued by the UAE Minister of Health, Dr. Hanif Hassan Ali Al Qasim, to help the medical and technical professionals acquire more experience. The ministry will host a number of international experts and advisors in different medical majors to provide treatment in critical cases in the Northern Emirates hospitals, with the aim to save time, effort and money of patients. Children at the Dubai Autism Centre took a break from their usual routine and celebrated with some members of the private sector. The event, called Happy Day, is a global initiative from a company aimed at sharing and spending time with children who are less fortunate and have special needs to effect positive change in their lives. Officials at the centre say this kind of attention helps enhance the children's development. Khadija Salih has more.
Children at the Dubai Autism Centre broke out of their routine on the 3rd of March to celebrate Happy Day. The event is a global initiative by a company that benefits 25,000 children around the globe annually on the same day. In observance of the occasion that aims to spread smiles, they prepared a full program for the kids that included mascots, magic, and a fun science class.
It's one day where we get the employees involved. A lot of people talk about CSR and giving back to the community, but we actually like everyone to be involved physically from the company. It is one day off work, but we see it as an advantage. It gets everyone involved, everyone feels proud, and they'll start next week very active and upbeat and happy because they've had a fun day.
The children got involved in the event and participated in various science experiments. According to officials at the center, events and activities such as this can only help progress the children's development and integration into the society.
For our children, events like this help them to interact with society. It's really nice when outside companies contact us to come. For 2 reasons: for our children to be around them, and also for the employees to learn about autism and about our center. Even though it's a change of routine, once they're out here and see what is going on, they're able to enjoy the day. These kids have a very structured schedule all week, every day, so events like this help us to break up the schedule, which is one of the big goals with working with children with autism, is to break their routine and let them know it's okay.
Meanwhile, employees at First Select International say they look forward to events such as this every year.
It makes you feel nice and it's warm, it's a kind of a thing, because you see, it's not part of your work. And you're doing it from your own thing and nobody is going to pay you. So that kind of a feeling of being volunteer, it's an awesome feeling. And I actually look forward to all kinds of events like this, both within the organization and outside, to give my time.
Volunteer, we love to do that. We love to see children are here, play with them, do something for the society, actually, if you call about. And you feel good inside. We feel good inside.
During the Happy Day, no one went home empty-handed. The look and smiles on the children's faces gave the same joy back to their visitors, as it seemed like an unspoken encouragement to keep doing a job well done. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
Sri Lankan diplomat missions in the UAE are collecting funds and relief materials for victims of one of the worst floods in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan embassy in Abu Dhabi and the Consulate General in Dubai have appealed to Sri Lankan expatriates in the UAE to help their distressed countrymen back home. The devastating floods, which struck eastern Sri Lanka in mid-January, affected about 1 million people and made more than 400,000 homeless. The country was hit by another wave of flooding in early February, affecting 1.2 million in total. According to a local newspaper, Sarath Wijasinghe, Sri Lankan ambassador to the UAE, has already sent appeals to the Sri Lankan community in the UAE, which has responded positively. About 200,000 Sri Lankans are currently living in the country. The Abu Dhabi Farmer Services Centre has conducted training sessions in the western region of the Emirate to teach the safe and appropriate use of pesticides. The FSC conducted the training sessions over 4 days with 60 farmer managers and FSC extension officers in a bid to provide practical instruction on safe and effective use of pesticides in vegetable and date palm production. The majority of local production already meets international safety criteria because of the strict regulations implemented by the Abu Dhabi Food Control Authority. However, the training will strengthen consumer confidence in the local food standards, according to a statement by the centre. Looking abroad now, a major fire broke out in the slums of adjoining Bandra rail station, destroying the majority of huts in the suburban area of India's Mumbai city on Friday. The blaze broke out of the slums in Garib Nagar, which was home to around 10,000 people. Within minutes of the fire breaking out, around 1,000 odd houses turned into ashes. However, no casualties have been reported so far. About 26 firefighting engines and water tanks rushed to the site along with municipality ambulances for immediate aid of the injured. In a precautionary measure, a railway station close to the site was temporarily shut down. However, locals were angry due to the late arrival of firefighting engines and expressed concern at the delay in their process of rescue operations. Those injured have been rushed to nearby hospitals. Officials in La Paz, Bolivia say the worst is over as residents cope with the aftermath of the deadly landslides which occurred on Tuesday. The landslide, which killed more than 50 people, has left thousands in the capital city homeless. The city's sports stadium has been turned into a makeshift aid station, and heavy bags of clothing, bedding and food are being delivered. It is expected to cost the city some $50 million. Officials and residents have compared the landslides to an earthquake and have described it as the city's worst disaster ever. Later on in the program, we get a taste of Dubai, so stay with us.